I declare the May 2, 2015 commencement of the State University of New York Polytechnic Institute to be in session.
Good morning and welcome. I'm Mary Beth Lyons, Associate Provost for Student Affairs at SUNY Poly. Please remain standing for our national anthem and for the invocation. The national anthem will be performed by Lauren Knowles of Salisbury Mills, New York, a junior majoring in civil engineering technology.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we'd watch, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The invocation will be given by the Reverend Dr. Robert Umedy from the Westminster Moriah Olivet Presbyterian Church.
Let us pray. Upon this threshold moment of our lives, as we pause and consider the dream we had of reaching this day and the horizons it can open to us, let us humbly and gratefully acknowledge those who have shared in this day's making, those who have encouraged us, prayed for us, supported us, counseled us, challenged us, comforted us, that we might see our dream become reality. We worked hard and dug deep. We found capacities we did not know we had and enlarged what is possible for our future. As we share moments on this threshold now, as we proudly celebrate, let us acknowledge the deeper source of our best dreams, the Creator, who calls us and this world forward across new thresholds to build a better world. In doing so, will this day be even more than we ever imagined. Amen.
Please be seated. I ask that members of the platform party stand and remain standing as they are introduced. Please hold your applause until all are recognized. Dr. Catherine Stamm, Associate Professor for Anthropology. Dr. Darrell Lee, Mace Bearer. Mr. Richard Fuller, Vice President for Enrollment Management. Dr. Deborah Tazinski, Associate Provost. Dr. Martin Habor, Chair of Faculty Assembly. Ms. Alicia Fioli, Student Representative to the College Council. Ms. Heather Beebe, SUNY Poly alumna, Class of 2012. Mr. Robert Dipiolu, Student Association President. Ms. Marima Vase, Student Association Treasurer. Dr. Zora Tomova, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Andrew Wolf, Dean of the College of Engineering. Dr. Robert Ye, Dean of the College of Health Sciences and Management. Ms. Megan Getman, Registrar. Ms. Mary Rose Rabb, Director of Graduate Admissions. Ms. Deborah Doina, Secretary to the Campus Life Office. Reverend Dr. Robert Umedy, Westminster Maria Olivet Presbyterian Church. Dr. John Bay, College Counsel. Dr. Theodore Max, College Counsel. Dr. Donald Hanson, Chair of the College Council. Dr. William Durgan, Provost. Ms. Eunice Lewin, SUNY Trustee. Dr. Robert Gear, Senior Vice President and COO. Dr. Alan Calleros, Founding President and CEO. Dr. Ioannis Miaoulis, Commencement Speaker. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor of presenting to you Dr. Alan Calleros, Founding President and CEO of SUNY Polytechnic Institute.
Good morning, everyone. Come on, better. Good morning. There you go. Good morning. I'd like to extend a very special welcome to all of you in attendance today. And I want to start by recognizing some key individuals. First, the chair of the SUNY Poly College Council, who is in attendance today, Don Hanson. Don, please stand, be recognized. Dr. John Bay, also on the University Council. Dr. Ted Max, also on the College Council. And last, and certainly not least, Alicia Fioli, the student rep. Thank you for all you do for SUNY Poly. I also want to recognize two key individuals. The first is Professor Martin Habor, Chair of the SUNY Poly Faculty Assembly at the Utica site. I'm not done yet. I know you're in a hurry, me too. An Associate Professor of History in the Communications and Humanities Department. Please stand up and be recognized, Martin. I also want to recognize Steve Perta, Chair of the SUNY Poly Staff Assembly at the Utica site, and Associate for Instructional Resources. Today, actually, he's overseeing all the AV operations for the commencement. So give him a resounding applause. He's up there in the... Our distinguished guests, faculty and staff members, our excellent students, soon to be our excellent graduates and excellent alumni, and family and friends, and especially parents. Could all the parents please stand up and be recognized? We assure you that with a degree from SUNY Poly, your kids are not moving back into the basement. And if they do, give us a call. We're really honored to share this special day with all of you. And it's really a very special day. The students before us, you represent the first class to graduate from SUNY Polytechnic Institute. You're also the largest graduating class in the history of SUNY Poly and the former SUNY Institute of Technology. You've been guided by the finest educators in the state university system. I've seen a great deal in my life, but never have I seen the level of passion and dedication that flows from the faculty and staff at this great institution. They looked at you when you first arrived here for classes and shook their heads. I'm just kidding. They saw something special, potential. Your potential to learn, to lead, to innovate, and make a change. And you've grown. You have learned how to embrace the cycle of success. You have learned how to identify the potential before you, and we're very proud of you and your achievements. Give yourselves a round of applause. Speaking of success and achievements, it is truly my pleasure and honor to introduce a special guest, a visionary who is a champion for SUNY Poly and a personal mentor and a hero for me personally. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Ms. Ioannis Miaoulis, member of the State University of New York Board of Trustees.
Good morning. Buenos dias. It is a beautiful and special day at SUNY Poly. Class of 2015, I feel the love. Thank you so much, Dr. Calieros, for your warm welcome. On behalf of the State University of New York Board of Trustees and Chairman Carl McCall, I bring you warm greetings. It is an honor to be with all of you today. It has been just over years since the SUNY Board took the historic step of creating the first new SUNY campus in decades. You might wonder, why did we do this? Because we had enormous faith in all of you, the students, the faculty, and in the leadership of Dr. Calieros. We knew we were building a unique and special institution, one that will serve students and benefit New York State like no other college in the world today. And in speaking with so many of you and your families over the last several days, I am more confident than ever that the board made a very, very wise decision. This institution and its students and faculty are driving change across New York State. SUNY Poly is the embodiment of Governor Andrew Cuomo's vision for innovation and education driving economic developments. There is truly nothing else like it. I read stories about SUNY Poly and SUNY Poly students every day. I am so pleased. This week, we learned that SUNY Poly will be featured on PBS' highly acclaimed Nova series. Please stay tuned. Congratulations. This is a testament to all we are doing in New York and at SUNY. I could not miss being here with you, our distinguished graduates, the leaders of tomorrow, and the first SUNY Poly degree holders. State University of New York, Polytechnic Institute, class of 2015, my sincere congratulations. You should be very proud to be a SUNY graduate. Best wishes to you and good luck.
The poor baby, they're waiting for the degree. Today, SUNY Polytechnic Institute is proud and privileged to present an honorary degree awarded by the Board of Trustees of the State University of New York. It's awarded to our distinguished guest and commencement speaker, Dr. Ioannis Miaoulis. For decades, as a leader in science and education, Dr. Miaoulis has achieved great distinction in a remarkable range of endeavors: an innovative leadership role at Tufts University, a commitment to improving the science and technology curriculum in Massachusetts, and a continuing dedication to enhancing knowledge of engineering and technology for people of all ages and inspiring the next generation of engineers, inventors, and scientists. Through his tireless efforts with the creation of the National Center for Technological Literacy, improved educational standards, assessment, and professional development have reached more than 77,000 teachers and 6.2 million students in all 50 states. Go ahead. Whoever started the applause on that end, we didn't put them up to it. It was genuine. Dr. Miaoulis has championed educational reform at the national level, building support for the first Engineering Education for Innovation Act and for the Educating Tomorrow's Engineers Act in 2013. For his pioneering work, the support and encouragement he has given to students, and for the valuable inspiration that his example has offered to students and colleagues alike, the State University of New York is pleased to confer upon him the degree of Doctor of Science. Please join me to receive the degree. The degree. Oh, so it's official.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Good morning. That's good. That's good. What a beautiful day. What a great day to start a new journey. What a wonderful day to share with people that care so much for you, your parents, grandparents, siblings, spouses, partners, teachers, and friends. I feel honored that I, a stranger in the mix, was asked to play a small role in sending you off to your journey. Now, don't let my Boston accent mislead you. I actually came from Greece as a college freshman, and I have been graduated a number of times and sat in similar seats that you are sitting now. And commencement speeches are all about inspiring and giving advice. So since many of you will soon be officially engineers, I decided to use the engineering design process to prepare my speech and advice. So elements from my advice have been researched, designed, prototyped, tested, redesigned, reprototyped, retested, and now they are ready to be presented. They all came from my life experience, both professional and personal, and I will try to be brief and to the point. Advice number 1, find a life passion and stick with it. A passion that will continuously define your goals and fuel you with endless energy. Now, you may be wondering, how do I find a life passion? There are many, many ways you can. And in my case, it happened by literally taking a wrong turn while driving to work in the late 80s. So it was the first week after I moved into a new house about 25 miles from Tufts, and I began my career as an assistant professor at Tufts back in the mid-80s. And I was doing some cool research on some cool materials, some cool superconducting materials that you could put a magnet on top of them and cool them off, and the magnet would float up in the air like magic. Of course, there was no magic, it was physics, but it looked like magic. So I was driving, it was my third day driving from home to work, and of course, as everybody does, when they move to a new house, I was trying to find a better way to get to work. And I made a mistake, and I ended up at a dead end, which happened to be the neighborhood middle school. So as I was looping around to get back into the road, I thought, we made these really cool materials in the lab. Maybe I should show the kids in the middle school. So I got out of the car, and I went to the office, the principal's office. I introduced myself. I said, I'm a professor at Tufts. I would be interested, if you're interested in presenting the materials to the kids. So he was very enthusiastic. He brought down the 8th grade science teacher, who was a nice gentleman, who invited me to give a talk to the kids the following Friday. So I was very excited because I had never taught kids at that age level. And also in Greece, where I grew up, I went to an all-boys school. So I had never been in a co-ed environment. So I spent a good part of the week working with my undergraduate and graduate students to prepare hands-on activities for the kids so they would really understand the physics behind these materials. So here I am on Friday giving the show and to the kids, and the kids seemed really engaged and interested, and right in the front row there was a little girl with frizzy blonde hair. And she was very intense. She was keeping notes of everything I had to say. So at the end of my talk, I noticed the teacher, the science teacher, was bringing 3 boys with him toward me. And these 3 boys had been introduced to me as his science boys before. So the science boys were coming toward me. The little girl in the front row sees them coming toward me. She cuts right in front of them, and she asked me, Dr. Miaoulis, I would like you to help me with my science fair project. Now, I had not signed up to help anybody with a science fair project, but what do you say? So I wanted to be polite, so I smiled, and I was listening to her. And as I was listening to her, the teacher comes and pulls me aside and whispers into my ear, do not waste your time with her. This is going to be nothing in science. I want you to work with my science boys. And that moment, folks, is a responsible moment, not only for me being here today, because my career would have been totally different, but it really defined my life passion to get involved with schools and make a difference. So I started getting involved with the school. The laboratories of the school were pathetic, like unfortunately most laboratories in K-12 schools are. So I started getting grants for the school, and the grants became larger and larger. We brought in about $2 million on grants to improve the science program. Some of my colleagues started getting involved also because they started having children and they became interested in education of young children. And the science outreach program at Tufts grew to be a big operation. So in the mid-90s, when I was then Dean of the School of Engineering, we decided to invite a major benefactor for lunch to ask him for $10 million to endow the program. So we would have a good chunk of money to do science outreach program. So this fellow is a brilliant engineer, 200 patents, inventing things like the A to D converter, the fetal monitor machine that either was used on you or you have used on your kids, tons of things. Brilliant, very wealthy, very philanthropic, and very difficult guy. So it sort of goes in a package many times. So here we are at lunch, we're making the pitch, and it was myself, the provost of the university, and Chris Rogers, a professor at Tufts. So Chris was making the pitch, said, we would love you to endow the program because science is the discipline that teaches kids about the world around them. And the donor gets up, looks at Chris, says, really, you think science, the way we teach it at schools, teaches kids about the world around them? Chris said, of course. And the donor banged his hand on the table and left the lunch. You can imagine the panic at lunch. So that night, Chris Rogers and I went out to dinner to figure out how did we mess up. And then we looked around the restaurant and we realized that what we teach in science and what you learned in K-12 science is all about the natural world. Remember rocks and water cycle and human body, almost nothing about the human-made world. But if you look at the world around you, about 98% of the stuff we use, we drive in, we wear are human-made. And this is not part of the curriculum. And it's not part of the curriculum because the curriculum was defined in 1893 at Harvard, actually, where engineering was all farming engineering. Most kids were growing up in farms, so they didn't put it in the curriculum. And nobody thought to put it back in. So here we have reached a ridiculous point where you spend a month in middle school learning how a volcano works, and you spend no time learning how a car works. How often do you find yourself in a volcano compared to a car? So when we realized that, I developed my life passion. And my life passion is to introduce technology, the human-made world, and engineering, and the way you create the human-made world in school curricula worldwide and in lives of children worldwide, starting from kindergarten. And it was the last thing I had imagined as I was thinking about my future sitting in your seats. I had no idea that this would have been my life passion. Advice number 2, your life is the performance, not the rehearsal. And a lot of people live their whole life preparing for life, and then they die. Live it, love it, enjoy it. Don't just continue preparing for it. It is happening now. 3 hints under this advice. Hint number 1, combine your work with things you enjoy, your personal passions and hobbies. As a professor, I had teaching assignments to teach fluid mechanics and heat transfer. My hobbies are fishing and cooking, so I developed a fishing course, which was called Life in Moving Fluids, which is fluid mechanics from the point of view of a fish or a plant. And my cooking course was called Gourmet Engineering, which is a heat transfer course, because when you cook, you transfer heat. And I had the lecture part, and all the experiments were done in a fabulous laboratory. I had the best-smelling laboratory at Tufts University. And actually, you could eat the experiment after the course, after the class, which is pretty cool. So my teaching became better, as did my fishing and cooking. Hint number 2, question the norm and the expected. Let your life passion determine your direction, not your parents, colleagues, spouse, partner, and friends. I had 3 degrees from Tufts. I met my children's mother at Tufts, had worked only at Tufts, and my 3 golden retrievers were named after Tufts buildings. The museum job came out of nowhere to me. They just called me. They were interested, see if I'm interested. And I immediately realized that my life passion to introduce engineering into the lives of young children would have a better chance to becoming a reality if I left Tufts and went to the museum. And so I left. I gave up my position, tenure, packed up, and left. No one thought I would ever leave Tufts, at least not until the dogs die. Hint number 3. Most of the fun is out of your comfort zone. Question the norm and the expected. In your professional life, most of the excitement is not in your traditional discipline. It is hidden in the crevices between your discipline and others. If you're an engineer, explore biology and use your knowledge and problem-solving skills to discover biology that biologists cannot. And if you're a health scientist, learn engineering design processes and invent new drug delivery mechanisms that doctors never imagined. In your personal life, have children because you really want to, not because that is what people do or your parents tell you you should. Travel to areas that will make your friends think you are crazy. And when you travel to big overpopulated cities, visit the food markets where the natives buy their food and taste foods you never thought would belong to a plate. And always remember, you're not too young or too old to do anything. Advice number 3, be a true ambassador to your profession and inspire young people to dream becoming professionals like yourself. And in my case, my passion is engineering. And my passion grew when I came to the United States because in Europe, where I grew up, engineering is a well-known thing. People know what engineers do, and it's very well respected, and the best kids tend to go to the engineering schools. Here, when I came to the US, I noticed there's general confusion about what engineering is, because people that drive trains are called engineers, people on the radio station that arrange the volume and stuff are called engineers. I was touring a high school not too long ago in Massachusetts, and brand new school, and the principal gave me a tour, and right next to the career guidance office, there was the janitor's closet with a big blue sign saying engineering outside. And if you think that's too bad, well, the National Academy of Engineering, the organization where the most brilliant engineers in the US belong to, the building in DC, if you go to their basement, their janitor closet says engineering on it. And my kids know about, I have 2 daughters, actually they're both mechanical engineers, and my kids know about my passion. And once we checked in a hotel in California, and my daughter tried to use the toilet and it was clogged. So I said, Marina, just call downstairs the front desk and they will send somebody up. So she called and they started laughing. I said, what's so funny? She said, well, they said the engineer is coming up right away to unclog the toilet. You know? And so we have a problem in the US because it's not that only people are confused by the term engineer, but 72% of US computer scientists, technologists, and engineers have had a relative that's an engineer. 72%, which means if you don't have a relative, chances are you're not going to consider the field. Now, how many of you are going to be graduated with a degree in engineering, engineering technology, or computer science? Let's raise your hands. Great. Now, keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. How many of you have had a relative that's an engineer or a technologist or computer science? You see, 72%, exactly. You know. So, the other way people find out about careers is television, okay? Now, who are the heroes on TV? There are doctors, lawyers, now forensic scientists in CSI, and so if you see these fields, they're booming with students, because students see CSI shows and they think that they're going to study forensic science and then work around gorgeous people wearing miniskirts and tank tops and work in the dark in a morgue, you know? There is only one engineer in the main TV. You know who that is? Homer Simpson. So this is the image of engineering. And NASA, the most amazing engineering entity, always misses the point and the opportunity. When the rover made it to Mars many years ago, NASA's press release called it a science miracle. When something went wrong with it, they call it an engineering error. So my passion to promote my profession and to inspire young people to consider it as a career is pretty strong, as you can tell. So take your own wrong turn while driving to work and get involved with your neighborhood school, change the life of a child or thousands of children by introducing them to your profession. Now, if you're wondering what happened to that little girl with the frizzy hair that's responsible for me being here and for my career, of course she won first prize at the science fair that year. Then, and there is more. She went on to a high school, the regional high school, and she graduated near the top of her class. Then she got into Haverford College in Pennsylvania. She graduated a double major in biology and history, and then she went to Tanzania. And in Tanzania, she started a non-for-profit organization that fundraised and built science laboratories for children. And about 5 years ago, she left Tanzania. The foundation is still healthy because they ask me for money every year, so I know it's pretty healthy. And then she went to Stanford. And about last year, she finished her PhD in international education. And I just heard that she got a tenure-track teaching position at University of Minnesota. So thank you, good luck to you, and do not forget to hug or call your mother tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations, Dr. Miaoulis. You know, there's another definition for an engineer. It's anyone who can give you information that's technically accurate, but completely useless. And now I'm pleased to introduce the student speaker representing the class of 2015, Student Association President Robert Dibiolu.
All righty. Welcome, students, family, faculty, staff. Graduates, we finally made it. We here right now. Happy Mother's Day to mothers in advance. You know, tomorrow is a special day for you guys. Congratulations, clap it up. And on that topic, you know, I do have a present for my mother as well, you know. Finally, you don't have to take out any more loans or pay tuition. I graduated, I'm here. That's present enough for you. That's it. It's been a long 4 years for most of us here, and we had to endure a lot throughout this time. I mean, from the weather to midterms to finals, back to the weather. I mean, there's a lot of things that really hurt us throughout this time, but we somehow managed to persevere. We somehow managed to pave a way for ourselves. That way we can be the people that we want to be. And I mean, being from New York City myself, Queens exactly, being from New York City, we are not, I can speak for most city kids when I say we're not used to the things that we got here. I mean, from New York City being so crowded to this place being so open where we just see deers roaming around at night when we're trying to go home. I mean, it's actually a scary sight. Wow. And then, of course, this weather too, exactly. I mean, last winter, winter lasted till May. I mean, where does that happen? That doesn't happen anywhere else but here. But I'm glad that we were able to make it here today. We aren't the same students that we came in, that we're coming out right now, and that's a fact. I mean, especially with the school itself, we came in as SUNY IT students. We're leaving as SUNY Polytechnic Institute students. And I mean, that's a feat itself. So clap it there. And I mean, lastly, college, I could see the college was made not only for us to pursue our dreams in whatever field we're looking for, but it was also to prepare us for the endeavors that we will face in the future, prepare us for adulthood, prepare us to be not only consistent, but prepare us to be responsible, prepare us to persevere throughout any adversity, and of course to prepare us for paying bills and fending for ourselves. And I mean, what else can we ask for? And you can see right here with all the faces here that we've done something special here. We're gonna be the first graduating class for SUNY Polytechnic Institute, and that's something that you should hold dearly for the rest of your lives. Thank you. And now I'll just be introducing the Student Association Treasurer who will be presenting the class gift, Ms. Marima Vase.
Hello, everyone. This year, we are proud to announce that the senior class gift will be 3 wall-mount phone charging stations that will be located in 3 separate campus locations on behalf of the On behalf of the graduating students, it is my pleasure to present the gift from the class of 2015 to President Calieros.
Well, that concludes my remark for today. I'm just kidding. It is now my pleasure to honor employees of SUNY Poly. You know, I gotta thank you guys. This is really sweet. Thank you so much. Give yourself another round of applause. It is now my pleasure to honor employees of SUNY Poly who have been singled out for extraordinary recognition by the Chancellor of the State University of New York. These awards are given to recognize professional achievements that go above and beyond the call of duty. I ask that our honorees stand as their names are read and come over so that Dr. Geer can present them with their medals. Deborah Doina for the Chancellor's Award for Excellence in Classified Service. Does it fit? There's engineers for you. Mayor Ozrab for the Chancellor's Award for Excellence in Professional Service. Catherine Stam for the Chancellor's Award for Excellence in Scholarship and Creative Activities. I would also like to recognize a member of the class of 2015, the prestigious President's Award. How do I know it's prestigious? I give it. It's presented to a graduating student who has a distinguished academic record, has demonstrated leadership, and exhibits exceptional standards of moral character. I would ask this year's honoree to stand and be recognized. Ms. Lauren Lowe, who is a graduate nursing student. Ms. Lowe also has been named an emerging leader by the American Association of Colleges of Nursing. Our congratulations and thank you for your dedication and commitment for the SUNY Poly community. Please give her another round of applause. So that concludes our event for today. Thank you all for coming and see you next year. Candidates for degrees, the moment you've been waited for is at hand. I asked the provost to assist in the conferral and presentation of degrees, but he's already way ahead of me.
Will all the Master of Business Administration, Master of Science, and Certificate of Advanced Study candidates please rise? Mr. President, these candidates have satisfied, subject to confirmation, the requirements for their respective degrees. Upon recommendation of the faculty and the Graduate Council, I now present them to you for the conferring of degrees.
Thank you, Provost. Upon the recommendation of the faculty and the Graduate Council, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the College Council, the Board of Trustees of the State University of New York, and the Board of Regents of the University of the State of New York, and I confer upon those of you who are found qualified the degree of Master of Science the degree of Master of Business Administration, and the Certificate of Advanced Study with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Will candidates please be seated?
Dr. Zora Tomova, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences.
Mr. President, will the candidates for the following degrees please rise? Master of Science with a major in Information Design and Technology. Candidates, please move forward to receive your degrees.
Amy Elizabeth Zavastowski. Michelle Shea Crea. Deshiva Monique Jackson. Sylvia Navarro Nicosia. Jinjira May Hitutu. All set. Edward Joseph Tatton III. Susan Eileen Lepre. Kim A. McDonald.
Dr. Andrew Wolf, Dean of the College of Engineering.
Mr. President, will the candidates for the following degrees please rise? Master of Science with a major in Computer and Information Science, Master of Science with a major in Network and Computer Security, Master of Science with a major in Telecommunications. Candidates, please move forward to receive your degrees.
Sumana Metagani. Antonia Lee Mondello. Thank you. Go right ahead. Anthony Orion Cowan. Patrick C. Donnelly. Joseph Edwin Stanton, Jr. Go right ahead. Nikunj Kumar Raj Patel. Yash Anuj Patak. Go right ahead. Dhruv Rakesh Desai. Sujit Kumar Reddy Dubaka. Anil Kumar Marakukala. Abhishek Marat. We got it. Go right ahead. Sumed Jadav. Go right ahead. Sankrit Mitra. Dipanjali Dilip Jadav. Go right ahead. Debsuda Roy. Sravani Ashwarya Ramananjan. Samir Uday Deshmukh. Nagarjuna Karnati. Gotcha. Congratulations. Go right ahead. Ashish Reddy Nomala. Rohit Reddy Nala. Very good. Congratulations. Nikhil Chandrakant Mahod. Kishan Patel. Got it. Banu Reddy. Ashok Bandaru. Just say it. Yeah. Just call down. Okay. Paul Vannon. Shani Bhavsar. Yeah. Snigna Reddy Nagareddy. Krishna Sindaluri. Excuse me. Venkata Dara. Go right ahead. Manish Padakant. Prithvi Padamari. Good. Good to see you. Congratulations. Go right ahead. I'll get your name right there. Prakash Salati. Prakash Santanani. Shatanya, excuse me, Shatanya Santanani. Yeah, go right ahead. Yogesh Balaji. Go right ahead. Chaitanya Bachu.
Dr. Robert Ye, Dean of the College of Health Sciences and Management.
Mr. President, will the candidates for the following degrees please rise? Master of Science with a major in Family Nurse Practitioner. Master of Science with a major in Nurse Administration. Master of Science with a major in Nurse Education. Certificate of Advanced Study in Family Nurse Practitioner. Certificate of Advanced Study in Nurse Education. Master of Business Administration with a major in Health Services Management. Master of Business Administration with a major in Technology Management. Master of Science with a major in Accountancy. Candidates, please move forward to receive your degrees.
Go right ahead. Kevin Rosado. When you get the time. Carrie Marie Rundle. Go right ahead. Mary Jane Tavern Sykes. Hillary Perger. Tatiana Krieger. Go for it. Amanda O'Malley. Jerry Kulker. T-Raz Llewellyn. Okay, go for it. Michaela Ellen Macrina. You got an easy one. Adam Mark Zimmerman. Sana Raura. Jeffrey R. Olney. Congratulations. Gregory P. Rabb. Adelmo Amirajic. Sharon M. Gavitz. Jillian M. Lamont. You can go around. Lindsay J. Bailey. Lauren Elise Lowe. Sarah R. Chapman. Teresa Marie Hutchings. Amanda Joy Lapman. Katie Elizabeth Scanlon. Denise Nicole Richard. Iris Eusebio Gonzalo Soul. Sheila Schofield. Michelle Ann Bridge. Phil Ann McKinney. You can go right up. Tanya Hines. Go right ahead. Kelsey E. Olmsted. Very good. Angela K. Taylor. Aida Dermasavic. Tammy Marie Razik. Tammy Lynn Pahoramek. Katie Danae Kerr. Betsy Loughlin. Go right up. Michelle Marie Cherwinski. Melissa Ann Wilson. Leanne L. Cluse. Suk Young Choi. Marcy Marie Schultz. Kim Frances Pepinelli. You got it. You can grade it. Amy Elizabeth Weaver. Maya Kristen. Go for it. Lori J. Puff. Yep. You can go right up. Megan Elizabeth Millard. Morgan Elizabeth Millette. You're all set. Frances Patricia Connolly. Go right up. Kerrigan Margaret Chris. Stacy L. Severin. Ajit Chandran.
You want me to go or you want to go? Will all the bachelor's degrees candidates please rise? Anyone with a bachelor's degree here?
Mr. President, all of these candidates have satisfied, subject to confirmation, the requirements for the respective degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Professional Studies, and Bachelor of Science. Upon recommendation of the faculty, I now present them to you for the conferring of their degrees.
Upon recommendation of the faculty and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the College Council, the Board of Trustees of the State University of New York, and by the Board of Regents of the University of the State of New York, I confer upon those of you who are found qualified the respective degrees of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Business Administration, Bachelor of Professional Studies, and Bachelor of Science, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Please be seated. Candidates are asked to rise when called by academic program and remain standing until directed to move forward.
Dr. Zora Tomova, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences.
Mr. President, candidates for the following degrees, please rise. Bachelor of Science with a major in Applied Mathematics, Bachelor of Science with a major in Interdisciplinary Studies, Bachelor of Science with a major in Biology, Bachelor of Science with a major in Communication and Information Design, Bachelor of Arts with a major in Psychology, Bachelor of Arts with a major in Sociology. Candidates, please move forward to be honored.
Krista Noel Prestera. Abby Elizabeth Black. Jessica Marie Esper. Michael Ram Simpson. Krista Lynn Bastine. Patrick Christopher Baker, Jr. Alice M. Dow. Bobby Joe Shepard. Alana Ashley Sherwood. Chad Dennis Sheridan. Caitlin Washburn. Courtney Samantha Kerwin. Jenna M. Plows. Sabrina Victoria Brown. Sashana Antonia Taylor. Jessica Marie Zadanowicz. Zahida Velich. Shannon Diane Daly. Amanda Lynn Roan. Danielle Enrique Perez Jordan. Francesca Isabella Palladino. Peter Edward Calabrese. Whitley Tate. Cadell S. Stewart. Kayla Spayman. Santina Racuzo. Savannah Yulee Price. Crystal Gail Miranda. Selvedin Helgic. Alyssa J. Fox. Shauna Kimberly Butler. Julianne C. Tirado. Brian Everett Smith. Walter Martin Owusu. Amanda Lynn Miller. Megan Elizabeth Gargas. Katie Lynn Seelman. Erica Jane Bortinsky. Alyssa Morgan Finn. William David Leclerc. Bridget Shea Ashmore. Saw Franco. Maverick Aaron Hodge. Alex St. Georgi. Cherise Tonique Lumsden Wallace. Paul Francisco Lee III. Amanda May Ruland. Shelby Nicole Sebro. Brenda Marie Capron. Jean Marie Shatley. Kayla Jane Angerosa. Lisbanya Guzman. Molly Jane Carlson. Alicia L. Hill. Heather Ann Doherty.
I want him one photo.
Okay.
Dr. Andrew Wolf, Dean of the College of Engineering.
Mr. President, candidates for the following degrees, please rise. Bachelor of Science with a major in Computer and Information Systems. Bachelor of Science with a major in Computer and Information Science. Bachelor of Science with a major in Network and Computer Security. Bachelor of Science with a major in Civil Engineering Technology. Bachelor of Science with a major in Computer Engineering Technology. Bachelor of Science with a major in Electrical Engineering Technology. Bachelor of Science with a major in Industrial Engineering Technology. Bachelor of Science with a major in Mechanical Engineering Technology. Bachelor of Science with a major in Electrical and Computer Engineering. Candidates, please move forward to be honored.
William Luke Crawford. Hagop Nurses Manasim. Jared William Rivet. Michael Patrick Young Lucy. Nicholas Mark Austin. Wesley Scott Mahunik. Jonathan Miguel Vasquez. Benjamin M. Ireland. Trevor J. McPherson. Ryan Joseph Farley. Joseph Ruben Maldonado IV. Tyler James Manise. Michael Edmund Allen. Eric Christopher O'Hara. Jamie Lynn Friedenberg. Thomas Robert Gary Schofield. Abrar Salah Ashur. Michael John Manello. Regan Cole Seidler. Thomas Witten Brockway. Christopher William Metz. Cassidy S. Thompson. Justin Tyler Rich. Evan M. Smith. Diego Montaliza. Preston S. Wheeler II. Eric Anthony Franceschini. Benjamin Albert Burris. George Marius Rosario. Ryan Christopher Geiger. Michael Richard Carno. Michael Joseph Anania. Daniel Joseph O'Reilly. Gregory David Cleveland. Emmanuel Nubosi Pupin. Michael John Hayjack. Zachary N. Henderson. Andrew Castle. Michael L. Guernsey II. Josh Evans. Brian Seawright. Nicholas Michael Santuccione. Kusaila Eid Umi Saud. Nicholas Raymond Davis. Adrian Bretta. Nicholas James Fabrizi. James Edouard Canvejo. Aaron Tate Estabrooks. Elias Papatheodorou. Fatullah Zamani. Helen June Castor. Anthony Joseph Serge Lafleur Jr. Andrew Wayne Lee. Jennifer Marilyn Bullock. Zachary James Parlett. Tyler Aaron Butters. Salvatore Joseph Zayden. Danget Njai. John Wen. Nicholas Paul Zapier. Jeremy Dean Fields. Jakir Hussain. Dakota James Whitney. Thomas Thomas Mark Biscardi. Joseph Edward Byrne. Joseph Anthony Pascaletti III. Joseph Robert Vandermas. Ian Thomas Jessup. Liam T. Hogan. Caitlin Ann Finn. Vincent Edward Costanza. Emily Kate Layferry. James Zhu. Hitesh Kurana. Dylan H. Wormachek. Mark Stephen Brideggs. Timothy J. McCaffrey. Jeffrey Scott King. Todd Sinclair Robinson. Paul J. Perez. Aaron D. White. Reginald Sankarli Tia Jr. Rasim Ikeljic. Justin Allen Polevin. Teresa M. Pointer. Philip Mario Massatelli. Daniel James Hornbeck. Colin J. Owens. Joseph Periconi. Dario Tsuyanovic. Alicia Marie Fioli. Juan Diego Salguero. Lester Horacio Reynoso. Travis Allen Murphy. James Jean Hutchital. Daniel Robert Feltes. Joshua Richard O'Brien. Lucas John Halbert. Jeffrey Paul Reed, winner of the Chancellor's Award for Student Excellence. Christopher M. Pavis. Nisvet Velic. John Paul Salemi. Ryan S. Niznek. Eric A. Pfeiffer. David Alexander Studdard. Thompson James Niblo. Dylan Long. Daniel Thomas Spear. Robert M. Jasper. Brian Adams. Zachary Donald Hook. Alexandra Ray Stone. Peter Thomas Shipman. Joel William Upham. Case Ladisa Perinto. Devin Andrew Muha. Kyle D. Labarge.
Dr. Robert Ye, Dean of the College of Health Sciences and Management.
Mr. President, will the candidates for the following degrees please rise? Bachelor of Science with a major in accounting. Bachelor of Business Administration and Bachelor of Science with a major in Business Administration. Bachelor of Business Administration and Bachelor of Science with a major in Finance. Bachelor of Professional Studies and Bachelor of Science with a major in Health Information Management. Bachelor of Science with a major in Health Services Management. Bachelor of Science with a major in Community and Behavioral Health. Bachelor of Science with a major in Nursing. Candidates, please move forward to be honored.
Kaylee Rose Salo. Timothy James Morisick. Lynn Marie Gelati. Joselle Stout. Rebecca Leanne Lasher. Erin Marissa Ramfo. Lindsay M. Cronizer. Melissa Ann Ingro. Anita Kaiser. Nicholas A. Madden. Eunice Rose Soljour. Stacy Mae Smith. Sarita Leona Ruiz. Richard Patrick Lee Swank. Samuel King Steffen. Benjamin Michael Osinski. Patrick Hopkins. Latoya H. Richardson. Carrie Rose Krager. Lynn Marie Allen. Shelby Lynn King. Melissa Danielle Prest. Lauren Emily Berger. Jane Ellen Polk. Donna Marie Tyler. Zamira Shakanovich. Vladimir Bruce Velasco. Ashley A. Willard. Molly Elizabeth Peckham. Akila Gaines Porter. Matthew Christopher Brundage. Desiree A. Beckwith. Michael A. Thomas. John Joseph Pasho. Brandon Alexander Davis. Joseph R. Johnson. Go ahead. Carla Ann Hernandez. Matthew Douglas Wilday. Hannah Louise Moore. Delaney Kate Corbett. Ashley N. Torrey. Scott Thomas Peritano. Kelly Lynn LaSalle. Lana Joy Stevens. Danielle Rose Longo. Jenna Marie Lashua. Kelsey Marie Picenti. Devin James Getchell. Jessica Lynn Patarelli. Daniel Mazarana. Aida Ahmedovich. Shelby Lee Parker. Rebecca the Becky Brandt. Lillian Renee Cunningham. Salimata Menge. Dakota Lynn Hanley. Kendra Marie Wagstaff. Cassandra Lene Luther. Elizabeth R. Stanek. Jessica Robert Crum. Melissa Gomez. Kelsey Nicole Zimmerman. Joan M. Link. Victoria Lynn Allen. Rachel Dolores Prim. Marcella Felicia Aas. Lourdes B. Borja. Tanya Michelle Leary. Gracelyn Ikoje. Yusuf Mohammed Hajian. Robert O. Dipiolu. Lori A. Lindsay. Andriana Kachuk. Karen Elizabeth McLean. Rachel Elizabeth Siegfried. Basmati Salek. Christine Elise Mills. Michelle Marie Cole. Lisa Renee Bain. John Michael Vatrin. Douglas J. Berry. Jessica Ann Smith. Andrea G. Brennan. Michelle Nicole Jones. Nicole C. Johnson. Caden May Platt. Crystal B. Sipley. Joel Philip Evans. Tammy Quinn. Abiar S. Crawford. Kaylee Ann Destito. Mallory Baxa. Amy E. Christensen. Christina Marie Fingerlow. Karen Jean Sabonis. Alexandra Marie Tizano. Alexandra Marie Kalupa. Taylor Marlene Holtz.
Congratulations, everyone. One more time. One more time. Please join me in recognizing the individual that made sure you all get your degrees. Ms. Megan Getman, the registrar. Please join me in applauding her. And now please welcome the individual who I don't envy, because they're the last individual to speak between you and the festivities. Ms. Heather Beebe, class of 2012.
Hi. Congratulations to all of you, the first graduating class after the transition to SUNY Poly. What an honor. Today is a day that I remember so well, sitting in these very seats back in 2012. My heart was pounding in my chest, full of excitement, relief, and most of all, thankfulness that I had survived. No more late nights in the library or drinking coffee all hours of the day and night just to get that assignment done. You have done it. This is a new beginning for you as a degree holder. And with that, it is our hope that you will always be proud of SUNY Poly, just as we are proud of you, and that you carry the name of this institution with you as you find success in the future. The type of pride that when they ask you to come back and speak at a commencement ceremony for fellow grads, you say, heck yeah, because SUNY Poly plays an important role in who I am today. As students, you had the opportunity to shape the direction of SUNY Poly through the Student Association. As graduates, you can build on the SUNY Poly legacy through the Alumni Association. I encourage you to become involved in the Alumni Association as it addresses alumni needs, essentially your needs in the years ahead. And should you continue your days right here in Central New York, or should you relocate to locations far away, we are everywhere. Keep in touch with us, as we may know other alumni in your location and that can assist you in your professional endeavors with networking and partnerships. Will all graduates please rise? Soak it all up. On behalf of the Alumni Association, I congratulate you on the completion of your courses and for receiving the degrees that you have worked so diligently to acquire. And it is my privilege and honor to lead you in a tangible gesture that symbolizes your passage from the status of students to that of graduates and alumni. At this time, will you all move the tassel on your cap from the right side to the left? Congratulations, and welcome to SUNY Poly's alumni body.
At the conclusion of our ceremony, you are all cordially invited to a reception on the lawn. Please stand for the benediction, which will be offered by the Reverend Umity.
Let us pray. And now, as we close this chapter of life, go with abiding gratitude for the gift received, thankful for life, for knowledge, for beauty, creativity, and wisdom. Go with hearts thankful to God, who from our mother's arms has blessed us on our way with countless gifts of love that still are ours today. And may this bounteous God through all our lives be near us as our stories continue in grateful response from this day forward. Amen.
I now declare the May 2015 commencement of the State University of New York Polytechnic Institute concluded. Will guests and visitors please remain standing at their seats until the recessional has been completed?